Hey guys, Takarakushi here again with another quick guitar lesson, and today's topic is hammer-ons. So hammer-ons are a type of technique for the left hand which helps us to play notes in a legato fashion, which translates to fluidly. So it's an important phrasing device, and it gives a lot more musicality and almost like a singing quality to your playing. So very useful to know. So the way hammer-ons work on the guitar is that you pick a note, and then the note after that, which is going to be on a higher fret, is going to be sounded only using the left hand fingers. In other words, we're not going to pick it again. So I'll demonstrate this. Okay, so I'm going from a 5th fret on the 5th string to the 7th fret on the 5th string. And so I'm picking the first note, but the second note I only sounded with my left hand. And the way it works is that the hammer-on note you sound by bringing the finger down onto the string so that it strikes the fret. And the motion that your finger does is kind of like a hammer, hence the name hammer-on. So a couple of things to note. A hammer-on always goes from a lower fret to a higher fret. It's physically impossible to do the opposite. And the way it works is that the left hand finger adds energy back into the string. And the way it's sounded, it has less attack than a picked note. Hence, we get a smoother sound into that note. Now we want to try and make our hammer-on notes sound as strong as picked notes. A lot of times hammer-on notes can be very quiet compared to picked notes. And so there are a few tricks that you can do to make sure that it sounds nice and strong. The loudness of the picked note before the hammer-on note doesn't actually affect the volume of the hammer-on note. Some people think if they pick the note before harder, then it's going to translate into a louder hammer-on note. That's not always the case. So to get a louder hammer-on, in essence, you have to strike the string against the fret, and the harder you strike it against the fret, the louder the hammer-on note. So that means that you can do things like winding up your finger. In other words, kind of like getting a running start. Pull it back a little bit and throw it on there. The finger that's doing the hammer-on should be moving fast. If it moves too slow, you run the risk of muting the note instead of getting another note. A couple other things to keep in mind is that good left-hand technique is still important here. So in other words, when you do the hammer-on, you want to land on your fingertip and as close to the fret as possible. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple of hammer-ons. So I hope that was helpful in improving your hammer-on technique. It takes a bit of practice, but once you get it, you'll be able to translate that into much more interesting and musical phrasing. So that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching, and please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell notification so that you can keep up to date with this series. And please let me know in the comments if you'd like me to change anything or you want me to cover specific topics. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye.